Alright, we're again looking at the muscles acting on the wrist, hand, and fingers, but this time we're looking at the posterior forearm. First off, right here, this muscle right here is the extensor carpi radialis. Its origin is the lateral supracondylar ridge of the humerus. The insertion is a second metacarpal, and it extends the wrist and abducts the hand. Next to this right here is the extensor carpi radialis brevis. And its origin is a lateral epicondyle. The insertion is a third metacarpal, and it extends the wrist and abducts the hand. Next to that one right here is the extensor digitorum, whose origin is the lateral epicondyle of the humerus. The insertion is digits 2 through 5, and it extends fingers 2 through 5 and the wrist. Right here, the little muscle in between these two is the extensor digiti minimi, or minimi, and its origin is the lateral epicondyle of the humerus, and the insertion is the 5th digit, and it extends the 5th digit in the hand. And then we next to that one is the extensor carpi ulnaris, whose origin is the lateral epicondyle of the humerus and ulna. Its insertion is a 5th metacarpal. It extends the wrist and adducts the hand. Now I've got to take all these off so you can see the deep muscles. First off, right here, 31, is the extensor pollicis brevis, whose origin is the posterior radius. The insertion is the first proximal phalanx, and it extends the thumb and extends the wrist. Next to that one, 30, is the extensor pollicis longus, whose origin is the posterior ulna, and the insertion is the first distal phalanx, and it extends the thumb and extends the wrist. And then 29 right here is the abductor pollicis longus, whose origin is the ulna and the radius, and the insertion is the first metacarpal, and it abducts the thumb and extends the wrist. And then if you look over here, this muscle right here is your abductor pollicis brevis, whose origin is the scaphoid, trapezium, and flexor retinaculum. I have no idea. Retinaculum. I must say it that way. And the insertion is the proximal phalanx of the thumb, and it abducts the thumb. And then right here in between the thumb and the index finger, we have the adductor pollicis, whose origin is the metacarpals 2 and 3, and they capitate. And the insertion is the proximal phalanx of the thumb, and it adducts the thumb. And then the last one, is on over here. It's right in between this vein and the bone right here. This muscle right here is the extensor indicus, whose origin is the posterior surface of the ulna. The insertion is the first tendon of the digitorum, and it extends finger number 2, and it extends the wrist.